The weaponization of Holocaust memory, when remembrance becomes justification. In recent years, there has been growing concern among historians and human rights advocates about how the memory of the Holocaust is being used in contemporary political discourse. What was once a solemn remembrance intended to prevent the recurrence of atrocities is increasingly being transformed into a tool to justify actions that many consider equally grave. Critics argue that this shift is not aimed at preventing new crimes, but rather at legitimizing policies and behaviors that echo the darkest chapters of history. The role of the media in this transformation cannot be overlooked. Through selective reporting and at times tacit silence, media outlets have been accused of complicity, not merely by omission, but by participating actively in shaping narratives that obscure uncomfortable truths. This complex phenomenon resembles what psychologists describe as a historical Stockholm syndrome, where the victimized party develops empathy and identification with their oppressor. In this context, a society or group once persecuted has adopted and refined the very methods of control and repression they once endured, institutionalizing them as part of a systemic framework. Such a pattern is not unique to political entities. Psychological research on abuse survivors shows that many who suffer trauma in childhood may, if unhealed, perpetuate cycles of harm in adulthood. Estimates suggest that as many as 8 out of 10 survivors of childhood sexual abuse go on to replicate abusive behaviors. Analogously, among peoples and nations, those who have experienced profound suffering face a choice: to break the cycle of violence or to become perpetrators themselves. The appropriation of Holocaust memory as a shield against accountability has led to a stifling of open discourse. Voices that challenge the prevailing narrative are quickly marginalized and labeled in ways that discourage meaningful debate. This dynamic represents, some argue, the gravest offense to the memory of the Shoah. Not the criticism voiced today, but the exploitation of that memory to perpetuate injustice and suffering. As the world continues to wrestle with the lessons of history, it is essential to safeguard remembrance from manipulation. Only by confronting uncomfortable truths and fostering genuine accountability can societies hope to break free from cycles of violence and honor the memory of those who suffered.